Welcome to the video book summary of The Seasons of Life by Jim Rohn. This book was published in 1981 and weighing in at 125 pages. This is a book of ideas and observations that attempts to place life, its events, purpose, opportunities, and challenges into perspective. Jim Rohn illustrates the parallels between life and the changing seasons. Based on the parable of the sower and the reaper, the narrative follows the seasons as they change without fail and discusses what we can do to utilize each season to get the greatest rewards. What to do in one season to ensure success in another season. This book summary is from the website theinvisiblementor.com and their take on the best book bits they found worth capturing. If you like what you hear, I strongly suggest you buy the book using the link in the description. So without further ado, I bring you the video book summary of The Seasons of Life. What is The Seasons of Life about? The Seasons of Life is a book filled with common sense information, but it's a good reminder for us. For example, we're in a situation where we know that we have to change and try something new because that what we've been doing no longer works. But we have so much invested in old ideas, old friends, old ways of doing things, or even old belief systems that no longer serve us, that we simply refuse to make the necessary changes. As Jim Rohn explains, we tend to accumulate and cling to ideas that limit our progress. We cherish friendships, even though those friendships impede our personal growth. We wander through life, allowing people and their attitudes and ideas to mold our characters. People whose attitudes and ideas have brought themselves little in the way of progress, productivity, or happiness. If our attitudes, results, or happiness is ever to improve, we must exercise the painful discipline required for weeding out the garden of our life. The seasons, spring, summer, fall, and winter, are used as an analogy for the different stages and occurrences in our lives. The book explains how we go through the different seasons of life, from the harshest winter, where things don't go our way, to the fantastic summer, where life is beautiful. Rohn shares how we can get through the tough times and enjoy the good ones even more. Winter. Learn how to survive. The arrival of winter finds us in one or two categories. Either we're prepared or we are unprepared. To those who are prepared, they have planted abundantly in the spring, guarded their crops carefully during the summer, and harvest massively during the fall. Winter can be yet another season of opportunity. Winter always comes after the harvest of fall. Do the personal inner work to stay strong and positive and don't give up. Know that spring is always around the corner. Application. You have to learn 10 key skills to thrive in the future. But before you can start learning the skills, you have to do some work, such as deciding which books to read and what order to read them in. Do you also want to take some free online courses to learn the skills? Reflect on the past. What obstacles prevented you from achieving your goals? How do you plan to overcome those obstacles should they arise while learning the 10 key skills needed for future jobs? Spring. Window of opportunity. Springtime is the fresh era of new opportunity amid the dissipating clouds of winter. It is a time for entering the bleak, empty fields given to us a new chance. Each day is given us a new season of spring. This is your window when you must take action and plant your seeds of opportunity. It's the season when your soil is most fertile, so you have to exercise the discipline to plant, even though there may be many obstacles in front of us. Rid your soil of weeds and rocks, which may appear in the opinions of those around us in the form of worry, doubt, or pessimism. The springtime of our life is to manifest itself infrequently, so we have to seize the moment and plant massively and intelligently. Application. You've decided which books you're going to read and which order you're going to read them in to learn the 10 key skills. Start reading the books now. Take notes while you're reading, and when you've finished one book, pat yourself on the back and then start reading the next. But make sure that you extract the 5 big ideas from each book that you read. After you finish reading 5 books, start combining the ideas from different books. You don't want to lose your momentum. Keep going. Summer. Nourish and protect. The summer of life is a time to protect. It is a time for constant daily effort to guard against the busy bugs and the noxious weeds. The spring is a time for creation of things of value. Of those things require the season of summer for growing and gaining strength, that they might yield their result in the coming fall. Fertilize your new habits so they continue to develop. Pull out the weeds for the bad habits. Be patient. The results may not always show immediately. Application. To get the most from the books you're reading to learn the 10 key skills, apply what you are learning. Find a project that allows you to use these skills. If you cannot find a project, teach what you've learned to your colleagues. Fall. Harvest. For those who have planted abundantly in the spring and who have fought against the bugs, the weeds, and the weather of summer, fall can bring rewards which give cause for rejoicing. The fall tells us that if we've really done what is required, massive action in the spring of life still is the requirement for massive success in the fall. In all aspects of our life, the harvest will come in due time. Take a journey in your mind to where you see the harvest of your changes, having the life you want. Application. You've learned the 10 key skills needed for future jobs. Now it's time to benefit from your hard work, perhaps in the form of promotion. Perhaps it is as stretch assignment. Perhaps you've been combining ideas. Your harvest is that one idea that can transform your life. 5 great ideas from the seasons of life. The formula for success for one will lead to the self-destruction of another. What happened even as recently as yesterday is no longer of any consequence, unless we choose to allow it to be. That is, the great importance is who and what is that leaves its mark today and each day hereafter. There is little difference between one who has given up on his life and one who has given up his hope. Be grateful for adversity, for it forces the human spirit to grow. For surely the human character is formed not in the absence of difficulty, but in the response to difficulty. The teacher is always the greatest recipient of the lessons he seeks to teach others. That's a wrap on episode 72, The Seasons of Life by Jim Rohn. Follow us on social, search us on Instagram, Facebook and Twitter at bestbookbits. Watch previous video book summaries on our channel and support us by subscribing and sharing on social media. If you like the video and want to buy the book, click the link in the video description to purchase from Amazon. Leave comments on the video, and if you enjoyed it, give it a thumbs up. Thanks for watching, and I hope you learned a thing or two.